Today being a weekend, because we are working very far away from home, we decided to give ourselves a challenge to go and walk along this dead river and see how many animals we can be able to spot. Luckily enough, today was one of the best days and we were able to spot a number of animals, including an owl that we confused with an eagle, but later on we came to realize the right name and we got so close to it that our journey began like 500 meters downstream. It was more like almost a kilometer downstream, and we were walking upstream on these massive rocks. It was very, very hard to do this challenge, but what we wanted to know is if we can find animals that live along the river. And of course, we were very scared of in case we find a snake, but because we went somewhere in the afternoon, it was very okay. We know that in the afternoon, snakes will be hiding away, and it is very hard to find one that can be able to bite you.
So there's three of us walking along the river. I have Dante and Dennis. So Dennis, he says that we found, he saw some guinea fowls, but we see that there's evidence that they exist here. If you see this one, usually these are guinea fowls, and also you can hear them making sound from the other side, but it looks like that it is coming from up here where we are walking to. So upstream where we are walking to, we are going upstream, still trekking the river, and we want to show you more. There's more feathers, so there's more feathers for guinea fowls. They usually look beautiful, but they are very fast. We can't be able to catch it. Ushaifukuza moja Edeno, ushaifukuza kanga? So acha nikushukue leo. So I'm asking Dennis if has ever gotten a guinea fowl. Unajua ni tamu sana.
Hiyo ni nyama ya ina taste tu kama ya kuku tu.
Huku naona wakuli kanga.
Nani? Masao kulanga kanga.
Ukipata sasa hivi unakula.
Mimi nikipata nakula. Na swara. Yana ndafurahia sana. Hata hiyo ndio imenileta huko nitafuta.
So Dennis is saying that if he gets a guinea fowl right now, it can be nice for him. Say kula, inakuwa tamu. If I find it as well, I can be able to eat it. Yeah. But this side it looks like they don't eat those animals. They only eat cows. So like we said, this is a river. We are walking on the riverbed right now, and it looks as dry as it does. We don't know the name of this river unless we check on the internet. But yeah, it is a river. It looks this dry. You can see there's some cattle feeding, and also, like I said, on the river bank you see how the trees are. This means that water usually has a high current on this side.
So when we were walking along the river, we were lucky enough to spot a gazelle or an antelope, but it ran away. We're not sure if it's a gazelle or antelope, but it might be one of them. But it ran away, and I'm sure you can see it on this clip here, how it ran away very fast. If this was in my village, people could have chased after it and maybe tried to eat it, because they're not very common that side. But it seems like this side they are very common, and people this side don't eat such type of animals. In this side, we're in the land of the Maasais, and the Maasais, they're used to eating cow meat and goat meat as well. So for them, this is not something that interests them. And also, bushmeat is not really consumed a lot in Kenya, but of course there's some parts where they do kill and consume, like I said, in like my village. But this doesn't happen anymore because they kill all of them, so there's nothing for them to hunt anymore.
Yeah. Around the river. Yeah, but yeah. So this side, what John is saying is that this side looks more greener, like a forest. And like I think this side the water table is a little bit higher because you see more green leaves along the trees. So, and as we go upstream, there's some section there's a lot of water where they come to drink or to quench their thirst. But for an animal which lives this side, it has to adapt for this type of weather, because most of the days is very sunny. It's just that today we are lucky. It looks cloudy, like it's about to rain, and also there were some droplets, but they're not there anymore. But I think this means that the rain is not far. So because it's more greener, there's some life or biodiversity on this stretch or this side, and that's what we want to see. Of course, we want to see more animals, but not scary ones like snakes. The good thing is right now you can't find snakes because it's very hot. Right now snakes might be relaxing in their burrows.
Then we continued walking upstream, and as we were heading upstream, we were lucky enough to spot these owls. There are two of them, and we have a feeling it's a male and a female. We tried to get close to one of them, but it flew away. And there was another one which was just resting, and we thought that maybe it might be sick. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that it might be sick because we got very close to it and even tried to zoom in, but we were like about a feet or two. We were like 1 foot away from it, and it wasn't flying away, which left us feeling that maybe it might be sick or anything. But we did not want to get any close because it was getting a little bit mad at us for trying to get close. If I play this clip, I'm sure you can hear the voice of it making some strange sound, and this is because it was getting pretty mad.
A river, so this river is very dry, doesn't have any water. We don't know how it survives, but it's not flying away, and so we are not sure if it's sick or maybe there's something more going on, or maybe it's just relaxing and it doesn't want to be disturbed, and for us we're disturbing it. Imelock kwako, si ndio? Imelock macho kwako. So we're not sure if it's injured or what's happening, but there are two of them. Lakini kitu lazima mgonjwa. Oh, inakuwa kali,
So we had to move away and leave it to be, but so far we are not sure if it was sick or not. But maybe when we go back next time, we try to find out more. Someone say that maybe it might be nesting, but we are not sure because of this location. And one of the things that we realized is the owls, they look exactly like these stones, and even the animals that we have been able to spot so far, that some of them it becomes difficult to show you on the camera because they look exactly the same color as the stones, in a way like they camouflage in a way that if you are very far away you might not be able to spot anything. Like if I show you this all on the other side, I'm pretty sure there's no way you can be able to see it in this shot, but if I try to show it you maybe with an arrow pointing at it, then you might be able to tell that there's an owl also standing here. So there was a lot of animals, but some of them, of course, we missed them because we were unable to see them clearly, or one of us was the one who saw, and when they shouted like, look at this, then the animal runs away. And this is because they look exactly like the stones, like they have adapted in a way that they camouflage so well so that you can't be able to tell the difference between it and the stone.
Kuna moja hapo juu kwa mawe, lakini sidhani kama unaweza ini. Hata hapo sidhani kama mtu anaweza ona. Umekaona kweli? Umeona hiyo mawe? Hiyo mawe nyeusi.
Nimekaona. Kameniwekea uso hivi, si ndio?
Nika brown, kuna kale. sijui kanaitwa aje. By the way, kuna kale kametuangalia. So I don't know if it's visible, but there is a very tiny animal somewhere where I'm pointing, and it's looking at us, but we don't know the name of it. For me, this is the first time seeing it. It's more like a type of rat, or is it a rabbit? Yeah, iko kwa mawe bado. Bidhi ni sungura, si ndio?
Sungura sinakuwa na masikio kubwa.
Lakini inakaa shape ya sungura. Angalia kichwa uone.
Shape ndio ni ya sungura, but when we tuangalie.
Then along the river, we continued walking upstream, and we found also these strange animals. We're not sure which animals they are, but I'm not even sure if you can see them on the camera, but they were very common of them. They are like the majority, and they look like a rabbit, but they're not a rabbit, or they look like a hare, but they are not a hare, and also they look like a rat, but they are not a rat. It seems like it's something between a rat and an hare, in between. And like, if you know things to do with animals, then you know that rabbits and rats, they all belong in the same group. So it was interesting also being able to see this one.
So the journey upstream continues. We are continuing to walk upstream the river, and the river is very wide from that side to this other end, but there is no water in it, just some sections which have water, and we're getting to one uphill, but this side is more greener and there's more life. We've seen already like 2 or 3 different types of animals, and also a lot of geckos moving around. So it makes us suspect that there must be, like, whenever you have a prey somewhere, how do you say, whenever you have not a prey, but whenever you have like a grass or a grass eater, you must have a prey which eats that animal. So you're sure there is a bigger one which usually eat those. And we also saw a gazelle on the other end, but here you see how there are big stones, and usually you never see these stones whenever it rains. They all disappear under the water, but right now they're visible because there's no water. Bana ni mingi. There is some more water this side, but it's evaporating. But there's another place upstream. There's more water. You can even swim there if you want. But I think you might get a skin disease if you do. So this side is where we are from, downstream, like 200 meters away, and we are walking upstream. More stones until we get to the bridge. There's a bridge upstream where we are going to. Come on, nikuonyeshe. Naona kwa hii kamiba. Ona hii mti ya green. Tegea uone. Naona hii mti ya green. Hii mti ya green, angalia tu direct. Hii mti ya green iko kwa mawe ndani.
Kama mimi naona nikiwa huko.
Ndio. Hiyo ni mnyama gani? Hiyo si sungura. Ni squirrel. Squirrel inakuwa na kaka kimbia.
Inakuwa design ya panya.
Inakaa kama panya. Unajua panya na sungura lakini ni same.
Nataka ni moja.
So there's some animals that you are seeing. We don't know the name of it, but you are unable to get close because when you get close, it runs away. I don't know if it will be visible on the camera. ilienda.
Nanyonya.
So we have John and Dennis that side. We are walking along this river, we're going upstream. We have gotten to this section where there's more bigger stones. And you see all these stones, like the way they appear, like if you see this one, it's not anchored anywhere at the bottom, so it means it was forced to this location by water currents. Like it's not a stone which was like, it was now not developed from this section. It was just pushed here by heavy currents. And you know, whenever it rains, all these stones, you don't see them. They usually disappear. They disappear underwater. Water can fill all the way through. You see that other end. But now, because it has not rained in a year, this is how it looks like. And our destination is taking us somewhere up there where we're going to show you where there's more water, more like a swimming pool. And also there's more animals. Already you have seen a gazelle. You have seen an owl. We were not sure if it was an owl or a rabbit, an owl or an eagle. But as we move out, we see more, or upstream. And you see the trees was cut, so this means that people, we are not the only one who comes along the river. And maybe that's why the animals that live along it are very scared of us. But what I know is people on this side, they don't hunt or eat wild animals. Most of them do eat cows. You see massive stones, like a crater, man. Crazy. So the seeds this side are very crazy, and John and Dennis are showing us. You see that river, how the roots are. It's green, but it's grown on the stone, on the rock. The roots are just attached on the rock. So maybe it is a special type of tree that depends on the water. But right now there's no water, so how does it survive, man? Bedhe hapo ni pazuri sana hapa nini bana. So let me try to get down, man. I hope I don't fall. Also, I don't have the right shoes for this type of work. I think tupigia hapa picha then tuchukue na hapa. So we're going to show you how the tree is, but how that tree is. But man, let's take a picture from here. So you've never seen this type of a tree. I don't know if you've ever seen something like this, but there's crazy going on also this side, man. Scary stuff. But you see this tree, how it is right now. The leaves are turning, I think they're turning, they're not green,
but they're like,
yeah, it's more like maybe where you have springs, like when there's spring on the other side of the world where usually there's 4 seasons. So it doesn't look like green, but you see the roots. The roots are just anchored on stones. It's even catching stones. You see, like these stones, soiling stones, man, preventing them from going downstream. Like I've never seen something like this. It's a tree which is anchored on stone, and if you look at it, it looks like the tree is holding the stone together. It's like the tree is the one which is preventing the stone from being pushed downwards by water current. I don't know if you've ever seen this type of a tree. Let us know, man. I think we should. John, you want to climb on top of the tree?
yes, I see how it looks like.
Don't know which tree this one is, but it must be the tree which usually the Maasais, they come and cut some part of it and they sell it to us as medicine, because you see it has some parts of it missing. But this is just a different one. Acha tupande hapo bado tupige picha. Lakini adai kwenda hapa. So wait let you up.
Pita hivi.
Hii matao inazuia.
Eh?
Hii matao hii. Kama mtainama kidogo.
Kainama. Pita poa. Matao hii mtainama.
Kaja inatoa.
Juu. Time nisikie magari zinapita ya karibu.
So we are walking uphill, upstream, and there's more water this side.
Inakaa ni milima iko ndani, kumbe ni maji.
Ba.
Na unataka kuniambia hii mvua hiyo ikinyesha hiyo maji inafunika hii mawe.
Hey. So this side is massive stones. It's like walking. By the way, tungekuja huku juu ndo tuanze kurekodi hadi. Kuju ndo kunakaa fiti mawe. There's massive stones this side. But the battery is running low. But let's continue walking upstream. I hope we get to the destination that we're going to. There's something like a swimming pool where there's more water upstream. That's where we're heading to. And in case I'm breathing heavily, it's because it's a lot of work going upstream or a lot of exercise. And of course we are finding, of course we are finding different animals this side. Hakuna kitu lakini. We have already seen a number of animals. Like this side there must be something, but most of them are running away once they see us getting close. It's crazy. So our destination is somewhere up front. There's a lot of droppings this side from the birds, and because this side there are more trees, so most birds are living on this side. But so I'm happy of course to be here. Today is not as sunny as yesterday. We are having some raindrops, but for now it's somehow dry, but it looks like it will rain later because it's very cloudy from what you can see. But yeah, let's try to get upstream. Naona shimo inakaa, nimefikiria kuna maji hapo. Kumbe ni kudry tu.
Mawe.
Bana mawe, ndege.
Si kuna ile time nilisikia ati mawe ilitoka kwa mlima ikaangukia village. Sasa ni type kama hizi sasa.
Inakumaliza. Tuende. So man, we are still continuing upstream and I have Jonte. Our battery is at 12%. But
Hurrying to save it.
yeah, we want to show you more on this other side. This is like what you said, some sort of swimming pool. There's some sort of swimming pool upstream that we want to show you. So yeah, how it looks like. That's where we are trying to get to. And of course we are more. There's also Dennis. He's walking behind us. Dennis is more on the lookout for animals, and Dennis comes from Mount Elgon, so he's used to this type of animals and also this type of nature where there's more stone. But this is not a mountain, this is a river. Yeah, it is a riverbed, seasonal river. So because it has not rained for about a year, there's no water. There's only some small sections where you can find water, but it looks like rain is coming because today there was some droplets and also the sky is very blue. Check it. So there's more animals at the front. Yeah, but by the time we get there, they run away. Let me try to see if my phone camera can do it.
Unajua ni mnyama gani nani?
Hizo. Lakini kama tizi zilikuwa kwenye
Huko umeona movement hapa juu tuko
lakini nimeona
ziko mbali.
ah
Imefika 8%.
bana. So this is downstream and this is where we're coming from, downstream, and we're walking uphill. Yeah, this is a river, it's not a mountain. It's a river and we have come from about 200 or 500 meters downstream. We are walking uphill and along the river we found a number of animals, but there is one common type of animal or species that we are not sure of what type is it. It looks like a rabbit or a fusion between a rabbit and a rat. Not as big as a rabbit but not as small as a rat, and it runs like one, but it's not a squirrel. There's even one of it somewhere there, but let me try to get closer. The thing is, once you get closer, once they hear the noise, they run away. So let's see if we can get closer. And we are at 8%, so we hope we get to shoot it. And also there's some sort of like a swimming pool that side that we want to show you before it goes off, somewhere where we are going upstream before the elevation of the river changes. But we are getting close to the main road, so that's a good thing. So I'm trying to get there before scaring it. Let's try to get close. But this is a river, seasonal river. They've started running away already, but this one which is still hanging around. But to me it looks like a rabbit or a hare. At this hour, look, those, they're running away.
Another one there.
I think, yeah, I think there's one which spots and tells the others. So they're going into the bush and we don't want to follow them in the bush because we don't know what lives that side. But yeah, we're getting closer to where there's a lot of water. Kumekuwa na ingine pale.
Sensitive.
Yeah, ndio hata nikimbia. So there's a lot of them this side, but man, you can't get any close. Once they see you, they run away. And right now we're at 5%, so let's try and get to the other side. Show you all the river, how the swimming pool of this place looks like. Deno akiweza tishana hapo itakuja. Deno, rusha hapo mawe, shtua na hapo mingi sana. Ndio hapa hata kuna moja imekuangalia wewe, lakini kakimbia. Tateremka chini ya mawe nikaa kuna nafasi. Imeenda. Ndio. Ikitu si sungura. Kinakaa kama sungura bana. Side gani? Ndio. Ikimeenda chini. So we're getting close to that section, that's where we want to go. And I'm at 3%. Man, I had ordered some extra batteries from China, but they haven't arrived yet, so let me try to show you this section, how it looks like before we go off in a few minutes. So I'm shooting at 4K, that's why it's running out of charge. Yeah, but ikijai magiki. So this place looks, this is where what we have been saying, that it's more like a swimming pool. Right, shoot. So this side is where we're saying that it looks like a swimming pool, and it's very deep. It might look shallow, but it's very deep. You can swim here, and all these small animals, they come here. It's very deep. They come here to drink water and enjoy. Kama kuchaka nimeumiza kama mwaka. But it's very deep. Of course, we can't swim in to swim. We can't jump in to swim because we might get skin infections. But I think people come here to see how deep it is. It's very deep. I don't know what you can use to measure the deepness. Or the wind setup. They say that this camera you can put it in water. It has IP64 or what rating. You see, I'm pushing this inside, but so I have this stick. I'm trying to push it inside, but it doesn't get to where the bottom is. Still going. Oh, that's the bottom. So that section is that deep. You see this point all the way, and I think in the middle it will be different. It's not really different. I think this side is deeper. This side is deeper. This side is way deeper than that other place. But of course there's no crocodile here or a fish. I doubt if it can be able to survive for long because the water is stagnant. But yeah, we are happy to show you this place.